Hello everyone, how's it going? So today we're going to perform exploratory data analysis for a given sales data. So before I start, I just want to explain what exploratory data analysis is. So exploratory data analysis is essentially so we're giving a bunch of data and we're just trying to find similarities between various data sets. Basically, we are free to do what we want. We're trying to find similarities, we're trying to find which is the highest, which is the lowest. So in this case, we're just trying to find what factors contribute to a profit. Okay, so I can see aim to perform exploratory data analysis on the data, find factors contributing to the profit. Okay, so as usual, we're going to import the necessary libraries. So the previous three libraries, I'm just going to explain once again. NumPy is for handling various arrays, Pandas for handling CSV files and rows and columns, Matplotlib is for handling various plots, and Seaborn is handling various more fancier plots, which I will explain on the way. All right. So importing the dataset. So we have the dataset over here, and so data.head. We're just having a summary of the dataset. So we're just having a look at this. So we have ship mode, segment, country, city, state, postal code, region, category, subcategory, sales, discount, profit. So we're just trying to find what are the factors that lead to the highest profit. So moving along. So yeah, set data set country. So I'm just seeing what are the various countries because it looks like everything's the United States, and I was right. There's only one country there. So I'm just gonna drop this because this doesn't really make any sense. Also, one more disclaimer: this is a pretty long project, and I don't want to make the video really long, so I'm just gonna skip to a lot of parts really quickly. So now I'm gonna just drop this country column, and yeah, we don't see the country column anymore. Now, while performing exploratory data analysis, I'm going to check ship mode versus profit. So I'm going to see what kind of ship mode is it, second class, standard class, or what is the ship mode? There are four types of ship mode: first class, same day, second class, standard class, and which ship mode contribute to the highest profits. So while doing this, I saw that first class contributes to about 32 dollars in 32 million dollars in profit, and standard class contributes the lowest on 27.4. But if you look at it, it's around the same. So ship mode doesn't really contribute all too much towards the profit. So yeah, that's what's written in the inference. Profit is somewhat evenly distributed between all the four ship modes. Now coming to city-wide profit, so there are 530 cities. So this is a pretty inefficient way of checking this, but we can see the top 20 and the bottom 20. We'll see that later. Now I'm just checking the size of the data set. So it has around 10,000 rows and 12 columns. So now I'm checking state-wise profit. And yeah, this is the average profit that I'm seeing for every state. And I'm just making an inference. So states like Wyoming, Vermont, Montana, Minnesota, Indiana, and District of Columbia, Delaware have a high profit, have a more reliable profit because this is the mean and not the highest profit. So we'll come to highest profit later. So Texas, North Carolina have a likelihood of a loss than a profit because we can see a lot of negative numbers in Texas, Tennessee, Colorado, and the other states. So moving along. Now we're going region wise. So the central region has the lowest profits, and the west has the most highest reliable profit. Although west, east, and south have equally reliable, but let's delve more to that later. Now we move to categories, and there are only three categories: furniture, technology, and office supplies. So clearly, technology gives the highest profit ratio, and furniture gives the minimum. And yeah, so I've checked total profit and mean as well. And yeah, so furniture overall has the lowest total as well, and technology again has the highest total, but not too far ahead from office supplies. So yeah, continue with this. Now for every subcategory, we have copiers have by far the highest profit margin. So let's just see where copiers are. So yeah, it's having around 817, whereas most of the others are around double digits. And a loss is, but in tables, a loss is more like, so yeah, you're losing around $55 for every table you sell. So yeah, if you're doing a segment wise this thing, there isn't too much of a difference. We are checking the sum and the mean. So yeah, inference consumer has multiple occurrences and profit margin even if not an issue. So data set describe, we are just checking all the numerical variables. So we're just checking the mean, standard deviation, the minimum, the percentiles, and the maximum. So yeah, we are performing a correlation matrix. So for those of you who don't know what correlation means, it's how much one variable influences another. So we're just gonna see what has a high correlation. So as we can see here, sales and profit have a high correlation. Obviously, just give me a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, sales and profit have a very high correlation. Obviously, the more you sell, the higher profit you get. And but on the other end, there's one interesting thing to note is discount and sales have a negative correlation. So while giving discounts, you're actually going on a loss, not too much of a loss, but a loss nonetheless. And maybe another high correlation you can see is this 0.2, that is between quantity and sales. So moving on, now if you're just going to visualize whatever we have seen, and yeah, this is we're just dividing everything region wise, and we're just dividing everything category and subcategory wise, just to make things a little more easier to understand. And yeah, you can see the same thing what we have inferred. We're just visualizing it now. So just for some more visualizing plots, so now we are visualizing for every subcategory as well. So yeah, as you can see, tables have are going in a loss and copiers are going in a huge profit. And same thing to say. So California has the highest total profit, and Texas has the lowest total profit. So yeah, if you're going by state-wise mean profit, you're seeing Vermont has the highest, and again Texas has the lowest. So yeah, going by top 10 and top bottom 10 cities in terms of profit, New York has the highest profit in terms of cities, remember not the state, and the lowest is Milwaukee. So now category wise distribution, now you're just checking the same thing. So yeah, art has pretty high pretty high you get a pretty high profit from art and office supplies. And over here this must be labels, yep, and this must be the phones. So now let's see where copiers are. So copiers are the pink one here. So okay, so the company hasn't sold a lot of copiers, but then the copiers they've sold, they have made a huge profit on it. So yeah, we're just categorizing how many different variables are. So that's why they've sold 2,000 different units in California out of the total 4,000. And yeah, this is just the plot we make here. As you can see, California has a really high profit. So because they've sold a lot over there. And yeah, we're just making the pie charts of the same thing. This is for the states, and this is for the office supplies. So, in summary, segment consumer has maximum occurrences by far, and all three have the same profit margins. So, consumer has the maximum occurrences, and all three have pretty much the same. All right. So, sales have a point for correlation. The more the sales, more the profit. Discount has a significant negative correlation. It's not that significant, but yeah, it's a negative correlation nonetheless. Region. So, central region has general net profit of 17, and the other three regions have a slightly higher than. California is the highest and Texas the lowest in terms of net profit. And in terms of category and subcategory, always say so copiers have the highest net profit, that is the mean profit. So the more copiers they sell, the more profit they make. And technology as a category has the highest mean profit. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. And thank you.